Merry Christmas, everyone. Bug Eater back with another video. So this week, I'm taking you along on part one of a three-part series to close out 2022. So I took a trip to Michigan back in November to go hunt with Chandler. And in this episode, I'm taking you on an 1840 house where we found some really incredible stuff. And Chandler found a huge bucket list coin. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Well, I told myself I wasn't going to film tonight. I'm actually out in Michigan with Chandler. Would you look at that? That's, oh, well, I thought it was complete. This is a big bucket lister for me. I have never dug a Conestoga bell before. That is beautiful. Maybe there's another piece hiding around in here somewhere, but that's an awesome find. I'll take it. Let's see if we get something else. Well, we must be at a hot pocket right there. I see a button. This is going to be tough to get dirt off because my hands are freezing. It has got a number 3 on it, it looks like, or maybe an 8. I think it's more likely to be an 8. Here's the back. Shank is long gone, but to be real honest with you, I'll give that a pants rub. And I am not sure what this went to, so I'll do some research and I'll throw up next to it what it is, but it's an awesome find. Let's see if we get something else. Well, here we go again with more old relics. No coins yet, however, that Chandler guy has told me he found a 2-cent piece. That's the only coin that's been pulled out of this field. This appears to be some sort of super early looking suspender clip, if I can hold on it. Oh, that has got some fancy on it. Huh. Whatever this is, it's a super cool find. Almost has a watch fob look to this side. But I'll take it. Let's see if we get something else. Well, Chandler and I are checking in for the night. He's got one find to send us home for this outing. This is an Eagle button, and this dates to the 1870s. It's a post-Civil War general service, but that's a nice find. You're saying that's average? I think that's a better than average find. Nice job. Well, Chandler and I just started onto an 1860s yard. I got my first yard find in Michigan. Take a look at that. Nothing too crazy. That is just a thimble. It hit 88 on the Deus too, though it feels light, so pretty unlikely that this is sterling, but that's a super cool find. Oh yeah, that's cleaning up real nice. But if it does somehow, some way end up being my first sterling thimble, I'll loop you back in. But if not, it's a cool find. Let's see if we get something else. Well, it looks like we got another piece of old stuff. This one hit 90 on the Deus too. Actually just pulled a nail out of the hole, and that looks old and brass. I think it's brass. Yeah, some sort of old brass with something on the face, it looks like. That to me looks like some sort of piece of jewelry, like maybe like an old pin or something like that. Let's see what the pants rub reveals. Just a little bit of fancy, maybe some enamel at one point. But that's a cool find. It's definitely got some H to it. So let's see if we get something else. Here's a good look at the clothesline at this house. Something tells me this modern looking one replaced one that was here a long time ago, because super deep down here, would you look at that? That looks like a coin of some sort. It hit high, and actually, oh, that's a shank on the back. Oh my goodness, that's not what I was expecting to see. That is a flat button, and it's got a back mark on it, so probably, I mean, 1830s, 1840s. This is excessively old. Looks to be pretty smooth on the face. Let's give it a pants rub and see if we reveal anything, but it's pretty clear the clothesline is in the same spot it was 150 or maybe even more years ago, but I will certainly take it. So let's see if we get something else. Well, looks like it's about that time. First coin in Michigan, and will it be old? Oh, it's Lincoln. And the date, I think I see 1910, so, oh yeah, it is at least a wheat penny. I'll take that. But yeah, there's your 1 cent on the back. And let's see if we can get a date. 1915 with a Denver mint mark. Oh, too bad. 1 year older, that would have been a key date, but I'll still take it. Let's see if we get something else. Well, this one hit 86. That's a little bit low for penny. The size is right, but I think we're playing a little game of coin or button, and I feel a shake on the back. That's going to make that flat button number 2 for me today, I think. I see where a shank would have been at one point. Let's get this a pants rub and see what starts poking through. I see blank. And a shank. Might be some sort of writing around the edge, but it's a cool find. It's definitely got some age to it. So let's see if we get something else. Well, this one sounded like an Indian head penny. That's not a penny because I see a shank. That is my third flat button already. We have not been here all that long as I drop it. Face is pretty blank to me, but there is a beautiful looking back mark on the back. Wow. That just wiped so perfectly clean. What does that say? Something color, probably something like rich color. But that is a super cool find. That one's actually a British button, but I'll certainly take it. Let's see if we get something else. Well, that's a familiar sight at this point. Is that a coin or a button? I believe that is another button. Back mark on that side. Let's see, do we have any fancy on the face? Maybe something. Give that a pants rub and see what we have. Might as well hit the other side so you can see the marker on the back. That to me looks like something pretty tough to read. Definitely says something on it. And this side appears to be pretty blank with a glob of iron on it. Well, if I figure out what it reads, I will throw it up next to it, but that's a super cool find. I'll take it. Let's see if we get something else. That little guy right there. He's the devil who's been taking my gloves all day. Each time I take them off the film, he grabs them. So, if I can get that zoomed out. Glove under the knee going forward. Anyway, just pulled up something interesting. That is mangled up and super fancy and covered in silver plating. If I had to take a guess, that to me looks like a bent up sash buckle. I'm going to clean this up a little off camera and I will loop you back in. Well, my guess was pretty spot on. That is certainly a Victorian sash buckle, probably late 1800s, possibly mid 1800s based on the stuff we've been finding here. But it's super fancy, covered in tons of silver plate, but I will certainly take it. Let's see if we get something else. So Chandler's got something ridiculous here. Want to take any guesses as to what that is? Let me zoom in for you here.
What do you think? It's going to be braided hair, or do you think it's going to be matron?
I would guess matron just based on how thin that looked, but you never know.
Oh boy.
Is it slick?
On one side it is.
Drape bust?
Hang on, you guys. Let me clean this up. And we got dogs all over it. Let me clean it up. We'll be right back.
All right, Chandler's going to clean it and we'll loop you back in. Well, this is absolutely insane. This is Chandler's oldest copper ever now. 1801 draped bust. I'm in shock right now. I've actually never seen one of these come out of the ground. And here's the back of it, 1 cent. And down below, it'll have the 1/100. That is a super cool find. So congratulations, man. Let's see if we get something else. So it's my turn for another piece of old stuff. It hit like a copper. However, that is just a Parasol Slide. Dates to probably the late 1800s or so, but it's a cool find. Let's see if we get something else. Well, Chandler just got something cool. I just took one of these last night, except mine was broken. His, on the other hand, complete. That's an awesome find, though. Let's see if we get something else. Hey, everybody. Bug Eater back with another wrap-up from my hunt with Chandler at a home built in 1840, as well as a field nearby. So I want to start off by saying congrats to him on all of his awesome finds, including the beautiful 1801 draped bust large set. Here's my take from the hunt. I got onto some chunks of a pocket watch. My first ever Conestoga bell, however, it is sadly broken. I also got onto a Parasol Slide, a fragment of a trigger guard from a musket. And then I also got onto this beautiful Victorian era sash buckle, tons of silver plating. I got an aluminum thimble, this little brooch that had some enamel in it at one point. I also got onto a collar stud. This little button here is super cool. I'm not sure what the pattern is. It's definitely civilian. And it had a shank at one point. I got onto 4 flat buttons. They were all pretty smooth, and all of them have back marks on them. And here's the other 2. And then I got onto 1 coin from this hunt, a wheat penny dated 1915. But that was my hunt, guys. Thanks again for coming along. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe. And this is Bug Eater, signing out.